Do you feel like you were put on earth to help people heal? Did you know that real healing isn't just about giving advice? It's actually about creating a safe space for people to feel seen, heard, and understood. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you the secret to my success in helping people heal from all ages, all ethnicities, and all backgrounds. Just because somebody is a guru, a healer, or a therapist doesn't mean they're actually good at helping people heal. A lot of people can get a degree in something or say there's something, but actually be terrible at it. I'm sure you've run into those people before in your life, and instead of helping you, they're hurting you. And I truly believe those who hurt the most heal the most. And in these techniques that I'm going to teach you, it's going to change your life to make you the best healer in the world. And not only is it going to help you heal people, but everybody will want to be your friend. You'll develop deep, meaningful relationships, and you'll be blessed beyond your wildest dreams. What's going on, guys? My name is Fausto. I'm a spiritual advisor, motivational speaker, and clinical counselor. But most importantly, I'm somebody who's battled with addiction, trauma, mental health, codependency, ADHD, you name it. I've suffered it and I've walked through it. And I truly believe those who hurt the most heal the most. And there's a lot of people out there that claim to be gurus, life coaches, and healers who are hurting you more than helping you. And not only have I been able to go through the pain, but I've been able to walk through it the healthy way. I went to school to get educated, and I've worked with over tens of thousands of people due to a mentor of mine who allowed thousands of people a week to come to his house for hope, for healing, and purpose. Whether you're a therapist, coach, spiritual guru, or just someone who wants to help people, there are 5 key traits that separate healers from people who just give advice. Today, we're going to be breaking down exactly what makes an effective healer and how you can embody these traits to truly make an impact. Now, in this section, we're going to go over why is healing not just about giving advice? See, a lot of people know how to talk, but not a lot of people know how to walk. A lot of people can show you that they're healed or know it all, but they actually don't live it. That's why I always say be very careful with who you let guide your life, because whoever has your ear has your future. And I've seen a lot of people, and I've been a victim myself to this, where I have very bad role models and I'm unaware of it, and they're guiding me into a place of pain instead of purpose. Many people think healing is just about giving advice, but true healing happens when you guide it and not control it, when you empower, not dictate. And right here, what I'm going to share with you are the 5 secret traits that are going to help you make an impact, change people's lives, bless your business, bless your friends, bless whatever you want to do. These things right here, I promise you, will forever heal the people that come into contact with you. Everything you see in my life has happened because of these 5 traits that I embody wherever I go. So let's get into it. Are you ready? Pay attention. You don't want to miss on this one. So the 5 traits to be an effective healer. 1, vulnerability. People don't connect with perfection. They connect with realness. When you share your struggles, it makes other people feel safe in theirs. Vulnerability creates trust and reminds people they're not alone. See, vulnerability creates relatability, and relatability leads to connectability, and connection is the opposite of people's pain. So you got to be able to be vulnerable with people to allow them to be vulnerable. Now, this might take you a lot of healing because sometimes we lack vulnerability because we're afraid if people know us, they might not like us. We're afraid that they're going to use it against us, to betray us, to blackmail us. Well, if you still feel like that, then that's something you have to work through. Because if you're not vulnerable, but you're good at asking questions, people may think that you're interrogating them and they won't feel safe with you. So you always got to learn to share a little bit about you. And then if you're like, well, they should be vulnerable with me first, that's not how things work as a healer. A healer is supposed to model what a healed, safe person is like, so that person can become that with you, right? So we meet them where they're at so they can come to the healing place. Because remember, a true healer doesn't have it all figured out. We're humble enough to admit that we don't know it all, because we always got to remain teachable. That right there is very attracting too, because when someone's a know-it-all or they have it all figured out, it creates a separation and a disconnection. Number 2, empowerment. Healing isn't about fixing. It's about showing people that they have the power to heal themselves. Empowerment means helping them tap into their inner strength, that they're strong enough and courageous enough, because we don't want them to depend on us. We just want to point out the treasure that's inside of them to let them know that they've always had everything that they needed. A great healer will let the people know about their own resilience. We don't want to point out their weaknesses or what they're not doing right. We want to point out what they're good at and what they're capable of. Because see, it's our job and our duty to not focus on what's not working, because everyone already tells them that they're this and they're that. I mean, we already talk crap to ourselves in our own mind. No one else has to. And when people are critical with people, it doesn't make them change. So what we want to do is understand they already know what they're not doing that's causing their problems. Whether they're aware of it or not, they know. We all know. So what I want you to do is I want you to focus on what are they good at? It can be a skill, it can be a talent, it can be some type of knowledge they know, the way they move, the way they dress, just something. Find something and point that out, because the more you focus on that, which I always say, figure out what they're passionate about. How do you tell that? Pay attention to when they talk, when they start getting animated about something. That's the thing you want to point out. So like for me, if I'm working with somebody, let's say somebody's a good artist, but they're coming to me to work on addiction or codependency or childhood trauma. Okay. They already know that they've hurt some people, ruined relationships, make excuses, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to focus on that. But I found out that they're really good at painting or drawing and art. So I go, let me see your art. How'd you get into your artwork? Who are some people that inspire you? Let me see. And I take the time to look and to understand. And that right there is me empowering them what they're good at. And then I might say, man, I can see you're going to do a lot of good stuff with your art. I can see you doing art shows while sharing your story of overcoming your traumas. Put them together. You'll connect with so many more people, and they get excited and they get happy. And that right there is going to build trust for them to be able to take direction from you. Because remember, if they don't respect you or they don't trust you, they're not going to follow you. So remember, people don't need someone to save them. They need someone to remind them that they can save themselves. Number 3, active listening. And pay attention to this one, because listening is a skill. You have to actually learn to do it. You may think you're good at it, but you may be listening wrong. So there's 5 ways to listen. There's listen to ignore, listen for me, listen for you, listen to understand, and listen for us. So listen to understand is where I want to really focus on for you to get better at. And then listening for us is when it's even a more deeper form of listening, because you actually want to be able to support that person because you can. Listening is more than just hearing. It's making someone feel deeply understood. True listening means not interrupting, not fixing, and not making it about you. People heal when they feel heard, not when they're flooded with advice. When you listen for them, pay attention. Are you listening and already thinking about what you're going to say? Don't do that. Are you listening thinking that you're going to drop some knowledge and some wisdom because you have the answer to all their problems? Don't do that. You want to listen to understand. So what this means is, as you're listening, paraphrase, repeat back what they're saying. That's going to make them feel very heard. And then ask questions to understand what they're saying even more. And that right there will remove any anxiety if you have about talking with people, because anxiety comes from conversations when you're so worried about what you're going to say, how you're going to help that person with some knowledge. It's like, dude, just relax, focus on them, listen to understand, paraphrase what they're saying, ask them more questions. You'll be shocked. You won't say anything, and they're going to think that you're the best conversationalist ever. That's going to make them feel seen and heard in that moment, and you're creating this safe space right there. And then listening for us, let me break it down. Listening for us, example for me. So when I listen to understand people, I call it painting a picture. So I want to understand why somebody is the way that they are. And the only way I'm going to know that is if I understand their life story, because the past will tell you why they are the way that they are. And so it's a good way to get to know somebody, to help you understand why they are the way they are, so you can help them change the way they are by helping them heal. And the listening for us part is, let's say, for example, I've had some people come up to me that have had cancer and they're struggling financially and with their health. I have a cancer nonprofit. I can pay their bills. I can get them a free gym membership. I can get them peptides. I can get them vitamins. I can get them their bills paid. I can get them in groups. Like, see, that's listening for us, because I can. Not everybody can, but I can. When it comes to addiction, I've had my own story with addiction. So I can go above and beyond and sponsor the person, bring them to my community events, have them share their story, get them on podcasts, get them interviewed, because I can. So that's an example of what I mean. Listening for us is where you can actually, because you have the gift, maybe the money, maybe the community and the connections, you can truly help that person above and beyond. And that right there is a beautiful thing, because most people want money. There's some cash to manipulate. No, this is the deepest form to really be there for somebody. To me, that's a very spiritual thing that is rare nowadays, but it's needed. So remember, the most powerful healers don't talk a lot. They listen a lot. You're going to make more friends and heal more people by listening and not talking. Because when you talk, you're just saying what you already know. But when you listen, you start to learn something different. And remember, listen to understand too will help you remove any biased opinions or judgments. Because remember, we got to separate our belief system, right? Separate our religion, separate our experiences, because we're here for someone else, not for us, we're for them. And so we got to understand why they are the way they are, why they believe in what they believe in, and what they do. Remember that. So we really got to throw out all our own biased opinions. The problem is when people bring in their own opinions of like, you need to believe in Jesus, or you need to believe in Allah or Buddha, or, this is why you're like that, because I know for a fact, because I know everything. Like, that's going to hurt people. You got to remember to separate that. You're not here for you. You're here for them. 4, empathy. So what is the difference between empathy and sympathy? I'm going to give you a visual of it. Let's say there's a person stuck in a hole, right? 12 feet deep, screaming for help. Sympathy is the person that walks by and says, hey man, darn, that sucks that you're in there. Hopefully you get out. Empathy is, hey man, watch out. I'm going to jump down in there with you and we're going to figure out how to get out of this together. That's the difference between sympathy and empathy. Empathy helps people feel validated instead of being judged. Being an effective healer means learning how to sit with people's pain without rushing them to get over it. Now, from my experiences, I always say this is what it's like. Yes, somebody can help you that maybe hasn't experienced the same thing exactly like you. Very true. I know a lot of people who truly love helping people, and maybe they haven't gone through that exact pain, but they've helped me out with stuff, and I've seen them help out many people with stuff. But what I will say is this. There's a difference between understanding the pain logically and emotionally. Emotionally is when you went through it. Because to go through it, you understand the thoughts, the feelings, the length of time, the challenges, the way it makes you see the world, the way that you function, the way that you change. That's called going through it emotionally, right? That's the deepest form of empathy. Logically, you may understand the science behind it, what it does to the brain and like verbiage and how it can affect someone, but there's still a disconnect emotionally. So what I will say, and this is just me, I like to focus on helping people on the things that I've been through. And I like to point people to other people that they want to work on things that I haven't been through. I'm okay with that. You got to remember, we're not here to heal everyone. We're just here to heal a lot of people, but not everyone, but a lot of people we will. So I want you to remember that too, that you're not meant to heal everyone, but you are meant to heal a lot of people. So if you don't understand it, don't feel bad for giving them to somebody that does know how to heal that. We should all be helping each other out. That's the whole goal. It's not a competition. We're here to help everyone out. So my piece of advice is figure out, I call it your pain resume. What are the things that you've been through? Start working through those to heal so then you can help out other people heal through those. Because what we go through, we help out those grow through. So remember, real healing happens when someone feels like they're not alone in their pain. Now, this one's my favorite one, and it's the last one. So focus on this one very deeply and listen closely, because this is one I feel a lot of people struggle with when it comes to helping people heal. I see it a lot with people that I've worked with. I want to help people that I observe in the healing communities. And this is something you really need to get good at. Acknowledgement. So what is acknowledgement? It's making people feel seen. Sometimes people don't need solutions. They just need to hear, that makes sense. I see why you feel that way. If I've been through that, I probably would have done that. Validating someone's feelings helps them process it. Acknowledgement allows people to feel safe in their emotions instead of feeling crazy, judged, or dramatic. Now, the reason why this is a very important one that people miss is people tend to get very disagreeable in the moment. They get triggered and then they react. As a healer, you should never allow yourself to react with someone that you're helping. The whole point is they're trying to feel safe because they don't feel safe. And they're trying to come to you to be able to open up about things they never talked about, to be able to share things, for you to help them understand things. So remember, they're very fragile. They've been hurt. They've been judged. They've been shut down. The last thing you want to do is also judge them and shut them down and react. If you're reacting to your clients or people you're trying to help, you need to do more therapy. You need to do more healing. So you got to remember to acknowledge it. Just because you don't agree with it doesn't mean you need to say it out loud. Again, it's about staying curious about them, putting yourself in their shoes to understand why they talk like that, why they believe that, why they say that. That is key because, like for me, I can say I identify as a Christian. I love Jesus Christ, but I never bring that into my therapy sessions. I don't agree with that. I work with all types of people, all different backgrounds, all different beliefs. And so I never bring that in just because they don't believe in it. Hey, it's like, I'm not here to tell you what is right and what is wrong when it comes to that. I just want to understand you. You come for this pain that you want to heal. That's what we're going to focus on. And we're going to use what you believe and anything, as long as it's not hurting you, we're going to focus on that to make it work. So you got to be very careful with this. Like I'll have people in my sessions, I believe forgiveness is necessary for everyone. And it's how you are really set free. But I'll get people that disagree with that. And that's okay. I go, hey, I get it. I didn't want to forgive for 25 years. I see where you're coming from. So let's not focus on trying to force that. Let's focus on something else that's going on with you. So remember the goal. You're kind of like learning how to play this game with people that you're trying to help. How do I create a safe environment so they feel radically safe? Because if they're safe with me, they're going to trust me. They're going to come to me. And remember, it's not on our time that they heal. It's on their time. And when is that? When it's the right time. Sometimes soon. Sometimes it takes a longer. Sometimes you're not the person to help them, and that's okay. So you got to remember not to force it, because you'd be surprised. It's not about us telling them what to do. It's about us trying to help them realize that they already know what to do. And just because maybe it doesn't work this time, they will always remember that you were the one person that made them feel safe for every aspect of their life. And a secret I want to share with you guys. So real quick, we just shared the 5 things to make you an effective healer. And what were they? Vulnerability, empowerment, active listening, empathy, and acknowledgement. So those are the 5. Now, the secret to really becoming this even more is that you're going to have to really heal yourself. If you're still triggered a lot, that's a reminder you need to heal more. So heal yourself. Always be working on yourself, because as a healer, you have a heavy responsibility to make sure that you're always working on you, because you're a human too. You have problems too. I have problems, but you always got to make sure that you're working on you. Like me, I work out 5 to 6 days a week. I eat very healthy, like 99% of the time. I have therapy for myself once a month. I go to support groups. I'll go to churches. I'll go to healing events. I'm always working with people. I'm always studying stuff, reading stuff, resting, taking sabbaticals, making sure that my love life is intact, my family life is intact. I'm always taking care of me, and I'm always learning about new ways and new things, because I want to be more open-minded. So that's the key. You got to learn to be open-minded by exposing yourself to different places. I always say travel, because traveling is going to open up your mind to see how big the world really is, which will help you be more accepting and less judgmental. The more pain that you've been through, the more you understand that life can be challenging, and you understand that the things that people view as bad behavior or survival tactics just to survive, because we've been traumatized and hurt. And then when you understand that you didn't learn the first time, that you lied a little bit, avoided, justified, you're not going to get mad when people do that with you, because you're like, I get it. I've been through that. I totally understand that. That's why when I work with people who are codependent, and every time they're day one single, and then the next day they find the love of their life, I don't judge it. I just kind of laugh inside, because I'm like, I get it. So really focus on being open-minded by healing yourself, taking care of you, right? Mind, body, soul. Get into traveling, expose yourself to different beliefs, different communities, different places to really understand the world as it is. And always remember too, balance. Sometimes you get addicted to helping people, and it becomes more selfish than selfless. Again, from an innocent place. But you got to remember, if your cup's empty, you can't help pour into anybody else. So remember, before healing can happen, people need to feel seen, heard, understood. And how do they have that? One word: safe. You have to make them feel safe. So these 5 traits are going to help you make them feel safe. These 5 traits, again, that I taught you are going to help you create a safe environment for people to heal. So focus on these things, become more of it, and you'll see people will start to heal. And also, if you ever wanted to be a group therapist, a facilitator, do big healing like events and stuff like that, these traits are actually good for being a therapist, a group facilitator, a speaker, guiding people like this and stuff like that. And I'll probably do more videos of how to like run a group and what it looks like. This will also help you to make a lot of friends. These are good traits to have as a friend, as a mentor, as a partner. So this thing that you embody will actually bless everyone that comes into your life. I hope this video helped you guys and you guys learned a lot of stuff. I want you guys to take these traits, go out into the world and start helping people heal. And if you can, please leave comments. I want to hear what you think about this stuff. I want to hear where you're at with your healing journey. I want to hear any questions that you have about building a healing business, or how to do community building, how to be a speaker, how to do a YouTube channel as a healer, or just anything. Please ask me. I have a lot of knowledge. I've done a lot of stuff. I'm actually going to have some behind the scenes stuff so you can see what my life looks like behind the scenes, to know that I'm actually sharing stuff that I really do and I'm not just faking it like a lot of people out there. Again, this is a big responsibility that you guys are taking on, but it's a beautiful one. Healing is a beautiful thing. I think there's nothing more worth living for than seeing the light in someone's eyes, that moment of clarity, that aha moment when you see them shift because the healing is happening. And if you're still watching this at this point, that means you really care about helping people heal. And just know I'm here with you on this journey. I'm here to help guide you there in whatever way that you need. So if you can, please, again, like, comment, subscribe, share this video with other people that want to know how to heal. And let's just create impact. Because the more that we heal and the more that we want to help people heal, then we're going to have a world full of healed people instead of hurt people. And I'm also going to put here in the description, I have a free ebook about finding purpose in your pain. 7 steps. I break it down how I did it for me, which blessed my life dramatically. And again, it's truly free. There's no catch because we're all about building that trust and that safety. And that's not what I'm about. So I appreciate you guys for listening to this point. Again, I have ADHD, so I'm going to overthink this video as soon as I shut it off. I'm going to overthink it when I edit it, and I'm going to overthink it when I post it. But that's just me being vulnerable with you because, yes, I may be at a place where a lot of people want to be at in this healing world, but I'm still a human, and I still struggle, and I still seek help every single week. So guys, you matter, you are loved, and you are needed. And you're a hope dealer, so go save some lives.